I had spent months working that land. Every morning before sunrise, every late night under dim lights, making sure the crop came out perfect. This season was different. The weather had been on my side. The soil was strong, and the corn stood taller than I had ever seen before. This wasn't just another harvest. This was the one that was going to change everything for me. That's when she showed up, out of nowhere, driving down a dirt road that didn't even belong to her, like she owned the place. Karen, the HOA president from a neighborhood miles away. The kind of person who thought rules applied everywhere, even where they clearly didn't. She stepped out of her car, already angry, already pointing fingers. She didn't even greet me, just started complaining. Said my cornfield was an eyesore, said it was ruining the look of the community. I looked around, nothing but farmland in every direction, and asked her what community she was even talking about. But logic doesn't work with people like her. She pulled out papers, waving them like they meant something out here. Threats about fines, violations, consequences. I told her straight, this land wasn't under any HOA. She had zero authority here. None. That didn't sit well with her. She stared at me like I had just challenged her entire existence. Then she turned and walked back to her car, but the look on her face said everything. This wasn't over. That night, something felt wrong. The kind of quiet that makes you uneasy. No wind, no sound, just stillness. Then out of nowhere, flames. One small spark in the distance that turned into a wall of fire within seconds. My cornfield, my entire harvest, went up in flames faster than I could process. By the time fire trucks arrived, it was already too late. The fire spread too clean, too fast. This wasn't an accident. This was planned. And then I saw her, standing far back, watching. Not shocked, not scared, just watching like she was waiting for it to happen. By morning, everything was gone. Acres of crops turned into ash. Months of work destroyed overnight. Anyone else would have been devastated. And yeah, it hit me, but not the way she probably expected. Because I wasn't worried. Investigators showed up early. They took one look and knew this wasn't natural. The burn patterns told the story clearly. Multiple ignition points. Someone had set this fire deliberately. The officer asked me if I suspected anyone. I gave them her name without hesitation. Karen tried to act innocent when they questioned her. Played the part perfectly. Concerned, cooperative, even a little dramatic. But people trained to see through lies don't fall for that kind of performance. And that's when everything turned. Because what she didn't know was that I had cameras installed around the property. Out here, you learn quickly that protecting your land is just part of the job. The footage didn't lie. Her car, her movements. Right then near the crops, just before the fire started. Clear as day. The police watched it more than once. There was no doubt left. When they came back for her, she wasn't smiling anymore. That confidence disappeared real fast. They put her in handcuffs right there on the roadside. The same woman who thought she could control everything was now being taken away, shouting, blaming everyone else, refusing to accept what she had done. But it didn't matter, because this was only the beginning. See, farming teaches you one thing above everything else. Always be prepared for the unexpected. Whether damage, loss, anything can happen. And I had prepared. That entire crop, fully insured. Not just basic coverage. Full protection. $2 million. When the insurance adjusters came in, they checked everything. The reports, the damage, the evidence. And with the case of arson confirmed, there were no delays. Within weeks, the payout came through. More money than I would have made from the harvest itself. Meanwhile, Karen's situation kept getting worse. Charges stacked up quickly. Arson isn't something you can talk your way out of, especially when there's video proof. The case went to court, and it didn't take long. The evidence was overwhelming. There was nothing left for her to argue. For the first time, she looked powerless. No authority, no control, no influence. Just someone who made a very bad decision. The judge didn't go easy on her. The verdict came down hard, exactly the way it should. She was taken away, still trying to fight it, still refusing to accept reality. But for me, that was a turning point. I didn't just rebuild. I upgraded everything. New equipment, better systems, smarter planning, the kind of improvements I wouldn't have been able to afford before. I planted again. And this time, the results were even better. Stronger crops, higher yield, a farm that looked better than it ever had before. Months later, standing in that same field, you wouldn't even believe it had ever burned. The land didn't just recover. It thrived. Harvest season came back around, and it was bigger than ever. Trucks lined up, one after another, carrying out more than I had ever produced before. That evening, I finally sat down on the porch, looking out at everything. Peaceful, quiet, earned. Meanwhile, her reputation? Gone. Even the HOA she came from distanced themselves completely. No one wanted to be associated with what she had done. The story spread. People heard what really happened. And for once, the truth actually won. Standing there, looking over my land, it hit me. She tried to destroy everything I built. But all she really did was make me stronger. Because in the end, no matter what she did, no matter what she tried, this land was always mine. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me, where are you watching from? Fire.